Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Marcus Aurelius, and this is Dominions 4, the Thrones of Ascension. We are Ulm, and we are forging ahead. And the Chief Smith is here in Brightwoods. He is claiming the throne of the Moon. It is not in our Dominion, but hopefully it will be there soon. I have a priest on the way. It'll be a while before the priest gets there. But let's take a look at our messages. It is spring in the year 6 of the Ascension Wars. Evocation has been completed. Itachi has cast Nyan warriors. Nazca has named Melagol, the Grey Lord, as the prophet of Hanif. We've got more blood volunteers in Oiperi, and there was a battle in Palame. Oh, this is a battle against Ryle. Looks like this is the army of Arcade Knight. We also have Demonicus, the Bloodlord of Ulm, kind of out there by himself in the front. I don't know if I agree with that. There's Wayland, Sloosh Towington, Colonial, Damaris, Hans a Big Sword, and Ephraim. That's the Illithid Lord Commander. He has Void Sandy, and he has a Mind Blast attack, which has a range of 100. An attack value of 100, has a special attack. Basically, it is armor negating paralyzed damage. Magic resist can negate it. It doesn't affect mindless beings, but it has amazing range, perfect precision, and they get 10. Extra effect on damage is psychic damage, which causes 1 magic damage, armor negating. So, if you have a lot of these guys, it is a terrible attack. We're spelling up, basically. We just cast Tempering the Will, which makes us less susceptible to... Is it magic? I don't know. But we won. We didn't lose anything. That was pretty good. Now Bell. Oh, this is interesting. This is the new planet. Where is the new planet? Okay, so he's immediately running over here to fight the enemies. Alright, the new planet. Let's go. His awe is working, as you can see, but look, he's being mind blasted. He is susceptible. I wanted to move him to the back, so maybe he would take out this guy first, but nah, there's gonna be 10 mind blasts against him. That maybe already he's got disease, so something just diseased him, and he is paralyzed. You could tell because this little statue here. Yeah, Iron Angels are not great combatants against Ryle. This was a bad idea. Praetorian Panda will do a lot better since he's mindless. You'd really think that a giant animated suit of armor should be mindless, but I guess not. Well, unfortunately, we have a choice to make now, because if he is diseased, that means he's eventually going to die. So he has a ton of great items. He's our only Iron Angel, but I don't want to waste the items. Well, we can make this a little faster. It's just him punching indies. Where are we at yet? So he's still alive, 57 hit points, so it hasn't hurt him that much. There hasn't been much in the way of damage. We just took out the Illithid Lord, but the disease is crippling. That is absolutely the worst affliction he could have possibly received. Look at the amount of damage he's doing. His Horror Helm hasn't really... Oh, now he's got a chest wound, so now he's got high encumbrance, although he does have the Girdle of Might. Taking on Barbarians. Okay, so he's been successful. But at what cost, ladies and gentlemen? At what cost? He now is basically on his way to death. And he's quite damaged. Sinkhole Swamp. Another attack against Ryle. This time around we have Barbell, Solius, Smith Masters, and Theophrastus Bombastus von Ulm. Oh, and up here we have Yickley. Just wide open plains here. It looks like their province defense gives them 1 Illithid Lord, so we're always going to have to worry about Mind Blasts, even in a province without any troops. That stinks. But see, Mind Blast is less useful when you have an army. He took out 1 infantry, but we have many more where that came from. That's the deal. Ryle, you want to attack with large armies that can spread out their Mind Blast damage. Oof. But they're not very good for thugs. I'm not entirely sure even how well the anti-magic amulet will do, because if a 19 defense won't help, he's bleeding. Profuse bleeding. Yeah, it says magic resistance negates, but it doesn't really tell you, like... I don't know. And also, in our own Dominion, we have magic resistance buff. So, that's a good thing. Well, we got them taken out in Sinkhole Swamp. We lost 4 infantry. Next, Eknafale. That's their province. Oh no, I thought it was a province of the castle. That's the Arcade Knight one. So this is another giant army. Not that many heroes on this one, though. We have the Drow Lover, and I think that's it. We have no mages. So it's just the Drow Lover versus some province defense. Finally, some Ryle troops. Hybrid troopers. They're kind of like foul spawns, but they are amphibious. They have really good hit points, and great morale for some reason. Okay, so these guys are basically what happens when a human female has sex with a deep one. They're quite handsome creatures. I can see why Ryle wants to do that. But our guardians are just tearing through them. Excellent. This was an all-guardian army, I think. And we lost 6 of them, but we took out 50 of the enemy. So we had a pretty good run there. 5 earth gems were found under a rock in Wherein. Alright, so, first of all, let's introduce some people real quick so we can get that over with. In the Royal Forest, we have Ranger Cato. In Ulm, we have Frankenbean. And in Oiperi, we have Conefed. And those are the only guys that we recruited this turn. Alright, so we're continuing to assault Palame. We are having everybody sit here for a minute because Dragonstrike, Sundew, and Hero Knight all have troops. And they have troops that they should not be commanding. We have Black Knights. So I'm waiting for a commander to come up here to take these troops, and then we can use these guys as mages. But I have given them Bloodstones, and I'm giving Sundew a Crystal Shield because I want Sundew to be able to cast Army of Lead, which requires a ton of gems, but he's sitting in a laboratory province, and he needs 6 earth. And so I'm trying to keep him protected too. So I have this. I'm waiting for a Armor of Knights for him, maybe. Another good idea would be a robe, but then he'd have to spell himself up before he casts the Army of Lead. So there's a lot. Well, actually, I guess by casting Army of Lead, he would also be improving his own protection. But I just want to do whatever I can to keep Sundew alive. Dragonstrike, I'm just giving him this so he can cast like Maws of the Earth, stuff like that. He is old age. And Hero Knight, I haven't figured out what to do with yet, but he did get the Bloodstone. Praetorian Panda's on the move. Praetorian Panda, I expect, will do a lot better than the Iron Angel. Plus, he has more hit points, I think. And he has that chest wound, but that's not a big deal. But he's mindless, so he's perfect for Ryle. But I am sending the new planet up to Quedra, because this is where the big battle is going to be fought. And if he's going to die, he's going to go fighting. He became a hero. He has heroic agility. And this way also, if he does die, there's a chance that my troops will pick up his items instead of the enemy. So I'm moving the Drow Lover with all of his guardians here, along with the new planets. We should rout the province defense, and then we'll be sieging the castle. I'm moving all these guys. Corvus Corax, Corporal Chaos, Janvon, Svabia, and K-54 up here. And yeah, we're going to need more troops up there in Quedra. That is something. But we're moving Dr. Dalamand up here, along with Jorkin and Roderick. Although, again, these guys have to accompany an army. They can't be on their own because of the Mind Blasts. And then we have Ribby, who's moving up here. Ribby, I gave an Amulet of Anti-Magic to help him a little bit with that, at the expense of the Girdle, so he's going to have less reinvigoration. Ribby's also got the Fine Shield. He's had that for a while. And everybody else is moving up with him. I'm finally slowly moving Nidoros up here. I've decided to completely change what I'm doing with Zeus. I've just thought about it, and instead of being a super combatant, although he would be fantastic at that, it just totally makes sense for him to be, since he's a natural 5, plus the Bloodstone gives him 6, he can cast Army of Gold, Army of Lead, Maws of the Earth. He's one of our best Earth casters, so I've turned him into a battlefield gem-wielding Earth caster. One thing is he's incredibly secure. I don't have to worry about him getting picked off by a stray arrow or anything like that, so it's another good benefit to that. Plus, he has regeneration, and he has his own reinvigoration, but I'm going to give him the reinvigoration Amulet of Resilience. So he's going to be an amazing battlefield mage. Moving our priests again, as I mentioned. Also Rin, I'm moving back, so I've searched everything. I do have Irati, who's searching for Earth sites. He didn't find anything here in Yellow Mountains, but he's just going to make the circuit. Because a lot of these areas, if you'll notice, have not been... Well, these have, but these areas around here have not been searched for Earth. In Black Ulm, we're just storing up troops so we could send out George White. We have sent out Dimitri the Forger of Despair, along with Steels and Reus Strom. In Iron Range, we're recruiting a ton of archers, which we'll give to a commander that we are recruiting. And we're building a castle down here too. I think I told you that, though. Here in Ulm, we have Bog Glider, who's moving out along with Ion. Tord is also moving out, although I need to give him a bit more items. I'm letting him keep the Eye Shield, but I took away the Flesh-Eating Axe, because for crowd control, it's not that useful. Gave him a brand instead. He just needs Armor of Knights and a Dragon Helm, but I'm having him move forward anyway while those things are being forged. I am forging a lot of stuff here with guys who don't even have Dwarven Hammers, because I have a ton of Earth Gems and I need items quickly. Proximeters coming up here. From Umbro, we're leading a team that's consisting of George Olbridge, Liquid Fang, and Finn McCool, along with Dr. Bacon. They're going to be a reinforcement army coming up here. In Royal Forest, actually in Royal Forest, let's see, Master Smiths cost 135, Black Lord. Okay, so we're going to actually not recruit a Master Smith and instead recruit a Black Lord. Why am I doing that? Because there are a lot of Black Lords here that need to move, or Black Knights that need to move to the front. So I'm going to create a Black Lord. Remember now, Black Lords are great leaders. So even though right now I'm using a lot of them as thugs, they're also especially good at leading troops. So if I can afford them, they're actually stronger than the regular commanders of Ulm, so why not? Other than that, they're maintaining the border against these guys. And that's really all we got to say. We're waiting for the walls of Palame to fall, Quadra, and then we'll be one step away from the throne. I was thinking of sending the new planet to Walnut Woods, but I'll let Praetorian Panda handle that because, again, he is pretty much designed for that kind of action. In fact, I have Crazy Man forging an Enchanted Shield because we have a very small amount of Astral Smiths, and so we just need those Enchanted Shields for our thugs. But I'm looking right now for an Astral Smith that I can just have forged one even without a Dwarven Hammer. Kinda. Because that way I might be able to have Crazy Man bring us a new Golem. 30 Astral Pearls. How many do we have? 22. It's alright though. We can work with that. We can alchemize. We have tons of fire gems. So let's get a few of those. Let's get down to 50 of those. Earth gems, let's get down to 50. Well, 60's fine. Okay. So now, Crazy Man, you are going to bring another golem into the world. Golems are amazing when you really think about it because, first of all, they walk a ton. I mean, they have incredible move, but even if you don't want to walk them, they have enough astral that they can use astral teleport spells. So in general, I mean, as long as you have labs around to support them, golems are amazing creatures. And we're going to get another one. Let's do a quick check just to make sure I've got everybody. Max Mysticus is waiting for items. Czar is as well as Conefed. Maru's just hanging out. Thor Henry. Yeah, these guys are all waiting here until we can get somebody to take these troops off these guys. Anko, George White. Alright, excellent. Let's end the turn. So, last episode, not a lot of action. This episode, mucho action. And it looks like there's going to be even more hardcore action going on in this episode, or this second half of the episode, I should say. Alright. Chief Smith has claimed the throne of the moon. Crazy Man has cast a golem. Itachi has awakened a sleeper. No magic sites. We did find 21 blood volunteers. Battle in Bell. So it looks like they are counterattacking with a ton of barbarian. Now here's the problem. Look at all these guys. Illithid soldiers. They can all Mind Blast. Okay. Plus they have a hybrid commander who cannot Mind Blast, thankfully. And what do we have here? Okay, so we have an army. Oh, Praetorian Panda is here. Ho, 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 ho. Yeah, you guys are in for it. We have Yickley, Barabel, Smith Masters, and Theophrastus Bombastus. And hopefully they will not be the targets of the Mind Blast. I'm not sure how exactly it works in terms of who gets targeted, but there are quite a lot of people doing the Mind Blasting. And they're not going to attack our Mechanical Militia. Hopefully it'll go to the front lines since they're further back, but if they get Mind Blasted, well, they're in trouble. Alright. Let's see. I hope his Flame Shield doesn't hurt our guys. Okay, so all their Mind Blasts apparently targeted these guys, but that's bad because Yickley's up here. Yickley just got Mind Blasted all to hell. But it didn't hurt him, it looks like. Maybe he either escaped the worst of it, or he just wasn't hit at all. But that's where they're aiming, so hopefully Yickley will survive. Oh, who's with him? That wasn't... Oh, that's right. There's Yickley and Geralt of Rivia. Neither of them seem to have been unduly harmed. Geralt of Rivia has heroic endurance. Armies are moving forward. More Mind Blasts. These guys just got trashed. But once again, Yickley and Geralt of Rivia survive. Now, it's amazing what this Girdle of Might does, and the Earth Boots, because Geralt of Rivia has no fatigue, whereas Yickley, who does not have either, both of those items, by the way, cause reinvigoration, has 56 fatigue. But they need to change their aim, or we're going to lose 2 of our Master Smiths. And it doesn't appear like they're changing their aim. They just keep firing at these guys. But they're avoiding my Smiths for some reason and going for the troops. We just Magma Erupted the hell out of them. Blade Wind, perfect for Barbarians. Let's go a little bit faster. Yeah, look at that. You see how they tore up this entire unit of troops. That's amazing. And you can see how when these guys get massed, like if you had 3 times as many of those guys, I don't think there's anything I can do to stop them. But it looks like they've decided to leave my mages alone. Praetorian Panda is entering the fray. The new planet? I didn't even know he was there. I thought he had left this province. But there's the new planet tearing things up, and he's wrecked, though. Wow. No more additional afflictions, but he just got tore up. Maybe he can take out some of these guys before they're able to flee. Come on, new planet. Don't let them get away. He's taking care of a few of them. Praetorian Panda's catching up. Come on, guys. Oh, nope, nope. Do what you gotta do. Boom. Ah, more of them are getting away than not, though. At least we got a couple. Alright, wow. Okay, so we lost 14 Pikeneers, all to the Mind Blast, but none of the rest of our people got killed. None of our commanders. We took out 10 of their 18 Mind Blasters. That's not amazing, but it's not bad. We killed 122 total troops. All of their commanders did manage to escape, and they blocked the Iron Angel from going to Quedra, which is where I wanted him to be. So, because he was instrumental in this attack. Now it's just the Drow Lover by himself. Luckily, their best troops were not defending the province. They're inside the castle. So our Guardians are already just whomping on them. Now, where these Guardians really shine is against an army like, say, Mictlan, where you have a ton of sacred troops that have been blessed. Your Guardians will just mow through them. Alright. Well, we did okay. Earthshell Mountains. 7 white doves were seen flying east. This is interpreted by some as an omen of lasting peace. I'm not sure what that means. Kepes, seafarers have found a new port of call with lucrative trade. 25 province income. Winden, tax collection went unexpectedly well. That's fantastic. Alright. Oh, look at this. Lake of God. Just a seething mass of 130 Illithid soldiers. That is rough. They're sieging the castle that used to belong to Black Ulm. Hopefully, Pelagia will take them out, because if they come to Kopos, there ain't nothing we could do. Alright. Okay, new planet has a new affliction. He's crippled. I love how he's crippled, and he still has a better attack and defense skill than most people. Down to 28 hit points, however. So this is the last hurrah of the new planet. We're going to head on over to Quadra. Just so when he dies, at least they'll be able to pick up his items. What do we have here? Okay, we have plenty of supply, so all these guys are going to join up. But let me just quickly take a look and make sure they're set up for battle. They are. Alright, let's put them in. But remember, like when we siege Black Ulm, we always have to keep our smiths back because the wall arrows are quite dangerous. Okay, some guardians, I guess, came back here. We do have Ion and Boglighter moving up, which is great. We have Dr. Dalamand, Roderick, and Jorkon moving up. Again, we're still hanging out here. Oh, we did recruit a commander. Cool. Alright, so this commander is going to be Tection. Alright, and Tection... There's a lab here, right? Yeah. So Tection is going to get the Dancing Shield, the Eye of Aiming, the Bow of War, and you're currently wearing chainmail, so that's protection of 12, defense -1, encumbrance 1, armor of knights, protection 23, but more encumbrance. Well, we'll leave you with the regular armor, that's fine. You're going to stand in the back. So now, Tection can take all of the infantry from him. He can... Oh man, he only has 40 units though. So I'm going to have to recruit another commander, I think. That's fine. Alright, well, there's Tection. Then in Ulm, we have Yeknod, Sans. Oh, that's small. Sans. Un Marteau. Yeknod, Sans, Un Marteau. That is one of our Black Priests. In Oiperi, we have Lord Octopus. Well, Lord Octopus has been like commenting in every single video, so I'm really glad that he was able to be named finally and into the game itself. I believe, Lord Octopus, that I'm going to spec you out as a troop leader, however, not as a... In fact, I'm going to take you straight to Dublin. Why can't... Oh, yeah, right, because I can't go through the Western Plains. So we're going to move you up to the front, basically, and we're not going to recruit a commander. You'll be the one who commands those Black Knights that are there. Alright, excellent. In Ogwoods, we have a sleeper, and that sleeper is going to be Homer. Now, a sleeper is basically a Firbolg champion, so a humanoid champion. He has amazing leadership, he has amazing inspiration, and he recuperates, which means that he heals from wounds himself, and afflictions, I believe. So, really reason you want these... I mean, they make decent... I say decent thugs, because their hit points still aren't fantastic. But, in fact, compared to a Black Knight, they're just slightly better. But they're really great leaders of large amounts of troops, which is why I summoned him. Alright. And... Finfag, the Golem, is going to be Slagar, the Cruel. Welcome to the team, Slagar the Cruel. I'm going to get you outfitted and into the front as soon as possible. Conrad is Grothmog the Conqueror. So last episode we had the silly names. In this episode we have all the barbarian smash names, I guess. And is that all I produced? I think it might be. Oh no, Pawns here in Royal Forest. Pawns is going to be Hyena. Or H-Y-A. I don't know if this is how Hyena is actually spelled, but this is how the person spelled it, so I'm going to go with it. Hyena, Hyena. Alright. Another Black Lord. This Black Lord, I think, might also be a troop leading Black Lord, like Arcade Knight, as opposed to a thug Black Lord. Did we recruit anyone here? No, it looks like we didn't. Alright, I think that's everyone. I think that's all we got. So, alright, ladies and gentlemen, well, I will play out this turn, and then I will come back in the next episode where we will see more attacks on Ryle. We will see more Praetorian Panda madness. We will see, hopefully, Zeus getting into the battlefield, though this might all be won before he gets there. We will see Chief Smith searching for magic sites, and then he's going to teleport out of here. And we are in good shape. We are in fantastic shape. So, if you learn anything from watching these past few episodes, ladies and gentlemen, please learn that golems are amazing super combatants against Ryle because they are mindless and therefore cannot be mind blasted. Iron Angels, not so much. Once again, I'm Marcus Aurelius. I'd like to thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.